You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com, banging out the work here. If you got questions, I got answers as long as you got money, because I'm an asshole. And if you want free shit, why don't you just go look at all the poor classes in all of Western societies and see how well they're doing with all their free shit. And we look at people who actually pay for crap and work and support themselves. Oh my God, it's amazing how they do so much better. Oh, I wonder if there's a correlation. No, it's all the misogynies and the racisms and the bigotries. Yes, that's what 30 years of that. Anyway, if you want the truth, go to AssholeConsulting.com. Young man writes, I recently got in a Facebook argument with a libertarian about adults having sex with minors. I'm unwaveringly against it. I tried to explain that to him while respecting his position and trying to meet him halfway. I'll provide evidence and please forgive the bad editing of the screenshots. He also expressed to me that he believes Byron David Smith acted like a vigilante when he killed those 2 teens who attempted to burglarize him in his home in Little Falls, Minnesota, which proves to me he's weak on self-defense and is fine with strangers coming into your home uninvited and doing God knows what to you. If we can't defend ourselves in our home, then where the hell can we be safe? I have seen evidence of libertarians taking strange leftist positions on free speech, border security, national defense, and the death penalty, freedom of association on libertarian Facebook pages like Liberty Hangout and Reason, and adults having inappropriate relations with children. His position, like many who share his take on it, is another reason we have so many women getting away with ruining men's lives, including gay men, because let a gay man rebuff a straight woman's flirtation, she'll say she identifies as a man as if that will make a difference. It won't. And that argument/debate was the straw that blew up the camel. Questions. Does the Libertarian Party have a party platform problem? Because consensual sex or not, I will never condone adults having sex with minors. If that becomes part of their party platform, yeah, they're going to have trouble winning elections. But I don't know if you noticed this. The Libertarian Party already has problems winning elections. But we'll get to that. That's a rabbit hole that should be closed up with cement. Given the libertar exit that happened with Gary Johnson's fuck-ups, do you see a rise in conservatism like Jedediah Bila on The View? And given Ivanka Trump's recent actions against Donald Trump voters, do you think a 2018 midterms will be a referendum on party politics, including the Libertarian Party prefer a video? Okay, no one's going to pay attention to the Libertarian Party. They're not a factor. If anything, they might cost Republicans elections because they slightly split the vote, but there's no national... I hate to say it, the Libertarian Party... Because I like both. I have nothing against either, but they're like the gay community or the non-straight community, whatever, non-binary. They're a very, very small percentage of the population, and they make a shit ton of noise. But ultimately, voting-wise, they don't matter. Now, okay, I can't even say that about the gay community because the gay community actually has gotten gay marriage in a couple. They've actually had way more success, and I applaud you guys for that, than the Libertarian Party. Hang on. Platform is that's a rabbit hole. Do you see a rise of conservatism like on The View? No, I don't see a rise of conservatism. My entire view on politics with the Trump does not represent a resurgence or a revolution in politics. He represents that the Democrats ran arguably the worst candidate they ever could, and that was the most corrupt, most hated, most bitchy person ever, and that was Hillary Clinton. If you look at total votes, I mean, a lot of people sat this one out because they're like, fuck this shit. Whereas I'm happy Trump got elected, I am not hopeful that there's some kind of revolution going on or Americans are finally getting their heads out of their asses and start thinking, hey, maybe we ought to be great again. I mean, you could be right, and I certainly appreciate his refreshing honesty. But I do not, I don't think there's any chance there. Hang on. Now you call me Grandma. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Could have used that before. Do I think 2018 midterms will be a referendum on party politics, including, again, the Libertarians are not going to be in it. And the cops drive by. Honest to fucking God! Hope someone's dead. Alright, here's the deal. Look, let me explain to you libertarian politics. Or let me answer your question. Will it be a referendum on it? No, I think a lot of leftists might come out to vote against Trump. but the Libertarian Party is not going to play any role in it. So let me explain to you the Libertarian Party here, and so you don't get angry like this. In the olden days, the Libertarian Party was the party of idealists, true Americans, I'd say. This is why I'm a libertarian philosophically, because it's not the only thing that just makes sense, it's the only moral thing. You let me keep the majority of my money, and you leave me the fuck alone. That's freedom. That is what America was founded on. That's what human rights are for. Leave me the fuck alone and give me all my fucking money. I have the right to the majority of my time in my life if I convert it into fruits of my labor, not yours. No parasitism. So it's a very simple ideology. The problem with the libertarian ideology, though, is that they are inherently not anti-government, but they're more entrepreneurs, they're more, I don't want to say hedonists because of the negative connotations involved in it, but they want to spend time with them. They want to live. They want to be free. They don't want to sit in a fucking, like I was kicking around, maybe I'd run for politics. That'd be fun. I thought, what if I won? That'd be the worst thing ever because you got to show up for a job. You got to sit in politics is boring. It's boring as shit. And frankly, people who run for office are your inferior people. Your Democrats and your Republicans who couldn't get jobs in the private sector or work real jobs. That's why Republicans get their asses kicked. So libertarians make horrible politicians. Horrible. Because they want to go and have fun and enjoy life. They do not want to spend the time sacrificing their life running for a political party, especially if it's a third party that's not going to get elected. So your leadership, I mean, it's like, it's a joke. There's no leadership at the Libertarian Party. It is genetically, inherently predisposed to fail because of its political and philosophical and ideological nature. All right? So this results in a paradox that the Libertarian Party and the Republican Party always face. The Democrats are by far superior politicians, lawyers, activists, crusaders, because that's their job, is to go and be parasitic and get other people's money. That's their job. Again, you may not like politicians, you may not like lawyers, may not like activists, but the Democrats are higher IQ, superior people that just run circles around the Republican Party. Because again, although if you're a Republican and you're at all smart, you're typically not running for government. You're too smart for that. You're actually out producing shit, making money. If you're a leftist and you're a lazy fuck, you go and you bitch and whine very professionally, very cleverly, I might add, to be given other people's monies. Professors, politicians, activists, lobbyists, stuff like that. The Libertarian Party don't even have, they're just like, dude, let's smoke our pot and leave us the fuck alone. So that was the major problem that the Libertarian Party faced in the past. Today, however, what you're seeing with this, oh, let's fuck children bullshit, and that's not the official libertarian platform, I understand, but in this one particular libertarian's case, what you're running into increasingly and more frequently is worthless, and I mean worthless. They have no value. They offer nothing of society. They have no core. They're not even parasitic. They're just worthless people who are glomming on to try and find some religion. Most people, because of conditioning and programming in school, glom on to going green, global warming, diversity, social justice, and feminism. All right? Or just being a good old class warfare specialist and saying, we need more people's money, which is what all those religions say. But sometimes they fall and get into politics that are not prescribed to them by the K through 12 indoctrinators and the college indoctrinators. Some of them become Marxists, anarcho-capitalists. I wasn't anarcho-communist. Yeah, I think there's anarcho-communist. I think that was the funniest one. It's like, we want no government but total government. I mean, it's just hilarious to see these trench coat wearing fucktards. What kind of weird political ideology? Some of them join Satanism. Some of them go and join Baha'i. That was very common back in the 90s when I was in college. A lot of girls became Wiccans because they're just so in tune with the... Some people pierce and mutilate their bodies. These are all forms of religion that worthless people, by and large, mostly, PETA, veganism, stuff like that, These are all religions worthless, lazy people pursue because they are too lazy to go forth into the real world, develop and learn hard skills, and then produce and put forth the work to provide something of value for the rest of society. It is hard to successfully participate in society, especially to the point you are supporting yourself, and especially to the point you are succeeding and making a lot of money and become an actually contributing member of society. So instead, these lazy people, and that's what they are first and foremost, they're lazy, will go and grab for anything they can to give them value. Because what's great about religion from the lazy, worthless person's point of view is it takes no effort, it gives them immediate value and validation. I care about the animals. You don't care about the animals. You eat meat and you hate puppies and you're not as good as me. I care about the environment. I care about women. I care about blacks. I care. You got the list. I'm a vegan. I care about the earth. I care about the whales. I care about this. Everything. They care about everything except their fellow human being to get a fucking job. All right? And libertarianism is one such of an attractive alternative religion to the weak-minded, to the worthless individual, to the lazy. And so you get, and you have to understand, no matter what religion, we could go through a score of different fake religions, feminism, global warming, veganism, libertarianism, anarcho-capitalism, minarchy, whatever, we can go through all of it. The driving underlying core and reason for it is because they're lazy. And no matter what excuse they put in the middle to mask their ulterior motives, their actions are also going to be lazy and sometimes immoral. Right? Or sometimes so extreme because all they have is the religion. So it's like, this is where you start seeing conspiracy theorists. Like, they don't actually believe in their conspiracy. It's just that that's all they got. Like these idiots that go and try and look for Bigfoot or Sasquatch. They don't actually believe he's out there. They just do it because, like, oh, maybe it's, oh, we saw a shadow. Oh, well, this could be dung. That's how they get off. That's how they masturbate their mind and themselves without having to get a real job to think they have some kind of value or purpose in life. Because deep down inside, they are lazy. That's why they chose all these false religions. And that's why they act the way they do. Because they're lazy fucks. And so when you run into these people, you're dealing with ideologues, with zealots, that no amount of reason or evidence is going to convince them otherwise. You could say, hey, you shouldn't fuck 8-year-old boys in the ass. They're going to say, well, you see, because they value that ideological exercise, that ideological philosophy, that literal following of the rule to the letter of the law in their little ideology or religion, more than they love the little diddling of 8-year-old boys because they like themselves more than anything else. And they cannot admit to the fact that, well, if this one aspect of the religion or my ideology is wrong, then I got to actually spend the time thinking. I got to exercise and work. I got to think. They don't want to do that. And then also, inevitably, deep down inside, they know that will directly, a flaw in your ideology means you are flawed. And if all you have is your religion and nothing else, oh, you will defend it to the death. I mean, again, and we see this with feminists who go and, well, leftist girls who go and work on these refugee cities. They go and work in these refugee camps and they get raped and they don't tell people about it. You know, the stupid broad, the FBI agent that went overseas to go marry the ISIS member. All right? These are such worthless, hollow, nothing there people that they will, and lazy, and the combined lazy, that they will screw themselves over, even get killed pursuing their ideology because it's better for them to die or advocate pedophilia than it is to give up on the only thing that gives them value and acknowledge they are worthless people. It's very sad, very sad. So that's where you see a lot of these. We're not talking old school libertarians. I would definitely say it's the millennial generation that's predominantly responsible for this type of behavior. Or weird, like, we shouldn't have borders, man, because that's what gives them value. Ooh, they took an edgy position. Ooh, they're getting argued with. They have validation. You take that away, they got nothing. Because I guarantee you, you find out what this guy or gal, I don't know who you're arguing with, what do they do for the daytime? They're not doing anything society can't do without. They really do not play an integral role to society, anybody else's life, let alone their own. And so you can get worked up about it, or you can feel pity. Like, I don't get worked up about feminists anymore. I just look at it like, man, you just pissed away your life hating men because you're lazy and you don't want to hit the gym or shave your pits. And I wish it was a more complicated, nuanced argument than that involving feminism and discrimination and patriarchy and men and women. No, it's just you're a fat, lazy fuck and you don't want to work hard. That's it. That's all it is. And you go running to made-up false religions. Well, they're all false, but to give you value. And I just don't have any respect for it. I just don't. So why get worked up? Why get worked up over these inferior people? Why get worked up over these worthless? I mean that word, not as, I mean, you have to understand they have no value. What do you care what they say? Let them advocate pedophilia. Let them advocate hating men. Let them advocate hating whites. Let them advocate hating black. Let people advocate whatever evil their ideology, the politics of the religion, kill the Jews, kill the whites, bomb things, 70 let them believe it. Because in the end, that's not a very happy life. Not a very happy life at all. And they waste their one life while they're here on the planet. Anyway, you guys got questions, go to assholeconsulting.com. That's where you can find me. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.